this year's Friday night at Yankee Stadium. What is it like being with Cecil Fielder at Yankee Stadium? Probably in a nice suite talking to folks. He still beams from that, doesn't he?
He does, and he loved his experience with the Yankees. He loved his experience in Major League Baseball, and he still can't walk anywhere in that stadium or around without people, saying, Cess, we miss you, we miss you. They want him back as a coach. I mean, they've been saying that to him for years. It's funny because we drove in the Yankee Stadium together, and the parking lot attendant, we were pulling into a different lot, and the parking lot attendant goes, Cess, come on over here. Parked in the players' lot. I don't normally get that treatment, I fully admit. But with Cess, you get that. And, up in the suite when he's talking with different people, people ask questions. About what do they think about his sons playing and all that. And he's open and honest, and that's what we love about him.
Right. And having a guy like that who might be up this summer, talking to some of your current players. I mean, from the players I've talked to this year, they are very excited about coming back because they see 4 to 9 also.
Yep.
It's a math thing. Last year's 4 was kind of like, okay, we know Seacoast way too well. We've been to Martha's Vineyard, which they never complained about because they went to Martha's Vineyard
a lot
to play baseball.
Exactly. A lot. Right. Yeah.
They went out. Well, how many times do college kids get to take a ferry to their game? Exactly. So that's a little bit on the unique side there, but having them being able to get insight from guys like Cecil Fielder, and regardless of whether they remember who he was, they know who his son is, and the rest of it, they're gonna know what it was. I mean, you got kids like Ryan Floyd coming back, again a catcher. I mean, a kid that last year at the end of the year really sacrificed himself when no other catchers were available. He fought the last 2 weeks, every single game. He's absolutely tearing it up at Fairfield. This year, and is still playing right now. Connor Bierfeld, local kid from Torrington, had the Division III Player of the Year in New England from Western Connecticut. Played here at Houston Park. He was a kid used to get autographs from Twister players. He was one of the kids jumping off the dugout to get that. That kind of full circle experience. Does that make you feel good if you pick a local kid and put him at that level?
It makes me proud because what we're all about is development, and to be able to get a young man, especially from the area, and even these other kids that aren't from the area, and see them grow up before our eyes. See the kids that used to come here and watch Twister games now playing for the same basic team. It's an unbelievable thing for us because this is about being proud. This is about building a program that you're proud of year after year after year. It isn't just about throwing some balls out there, letting some kids play, and all that stuff. That's great too. But this is about building something that we're proud of and that they're proud of, and a history and a program that for years to come they'll say, hey, you know what? I got to play in the same field where Stroudsburg played and all those guys. So that's what we want.
Well, we're doing you think of the history here with everybody from Ryan Howard to Ricky Weiss, Justin Verlander during the Team USA days played here at Houston Park. There's rumors of Ruth being here during the barnstorming days when he was down at Buzzard Field. So
I tell that like it's true. So I tell that.
The more we say it, the more it ends up. Who's going to disprove us? Who's around to end up doing that? So the expectations of you from the city of Torrington. I mean, how have things gone? There's been some, the beer issue was obviously one. Maybe a little more misunderstanding than anything else. I mean, the fact that you wanted to serve beer at a ball game was not to contribute to the fact that there'd be a lot of drunk folks. It's because it's part of the whole experience, and it also brings in revenue.
Absolutely. It's a big part of what we're doing here, and it's something that we're going to go back and ask for year after year after year. Well, we blatantly disagree with the city on this, and we feel like we were hogtied a little bit in the fact that we didn't get it because I didn't think they did their due diligence enough. But at the same time, we respect their decision. We're going to keep coming back every year. I look at it. You ever see the movie The Shawshank Redemption, where he just kept writing letters in time we will get beer here. It's going to take time. It's going to take educating. We are willing to do whatever it takes to get that here. Not because we want drunks here. We don't. I'm a family man. Everybody that comes in here and runs this park is a family person. We want it because it helps with the revenue, but it also it's a ballpark, okay? Hot dogs and a beer, okay? And you know what? If we monitor everything correctly, there will never be a problem here. There's never been a problem, knock on wood, in any of our other stadiums.
And as we saw last year in Nashua, they did 1,300 for that first playoff game. It was $1 beer night in Nashua, and Armageddon did not occur. Everything was okay. Folks went home, and everything was all right because people, I think, understand their limitations.
And it's not against the law, to have a beer. You know what I mean? Right, that's case. They were acting like we were trying to sell crack or something, but it's so.
Now, the nonprofits that are going to come in this year also. There's an event every single game this year. I mean, talk about that and how important that is to you as far as giving back to the community.
Well, we're about the community, and without the community supporting us and us supporting them, so it goes both ways. I think that's the thing that people forget is that we want people to support us, but we also support right back. We do everything we can to make sure that we're raising funds for every non-for-profit that's here. And Sander, who I mentioned before, is on every single board of everything you can be on.
Yep.
We're proud of that because with this year we're going to raise even more money than we did last year, and then the year after that we're going to raise more money. This is to make sure that we help this community. You've got a dilapidated downtown down there that we very much believe in, that over time is going to get better and going to get stronger if the city government does the right thing. And we want to be there to be able to help that and be able to help the Temkin family and everybody else that's been involved down there to build up this town. This isn't just about Houston Park and us being a baseball team. This is about us being part of the community.
And you also, this year, you'll also have a Titans apartment.
Yes.
So that's also contributing to the revenue of downtown. And we've often said when these kids come to town, they go spend money.
Absolutely.
They're spending mom and dad's, or if they got to go to get a little bit of part-time work, they do it. That contributes to the community also having these kids in the city.
It does. That's why we rented the building down there. We wanted to be able to contribute. We wanted a presence, and by renting that and by having the apartments, we're giving back. And like you said, these kids these kids can eat now. Okay, so they're out there eating and all that. And just about every restaurant I've eaten in town here is great. So
there you go. Talk about Point Street. That's another new development for you guys. One of the first collegiate baseball leagues, I think, ever to have it, right?
Yep. Well, you're talking about somebody that can barely send an email, and me. But but from what everybody tells me, it is a great thing. I leave that stuff up to the technical advisors. But our relationship with Point Street is going to set us apart from the rest. I mean, from the instantaneous stats. I mean, these kids can have it at bat, walk into the dugout, get on the computer, and see what they're hitting with that at bat. It's instantaneous. It's amazing. When it used to be, it updated every few days. Now it updates every second, basically. So things like that are going to be big. Our partnership with them, that's one thing that we've tried to say to everybody involved is that we're going to be cutting edge. Where some people may be afraid to take a leap of faith and try something, we're going to try it. We may fail sometimes, and that's part of it, but we're going to at least try, and that was a big part of it. We're anxious to see it.
And so that will be that, like you said, the kids can get their stats right away. And Major League Baseball is looking at collegiate baseball 100% of the time. They're actually looking to get even more involved.
Yes, they are. Major League Baseball, because minor league and independent leagues are getting less and less and less because it's so hard to fund these, minor league teams. They're looking at this more and more as something where they can, really track these players, and they get instant access. They can see, Jimmy was 2 for 3 last night, and drove in 2 runs, and they're tracking him. And this draft's right around the corner, so they know. And they, the scouts in this area are great. I know most of them. And when they can see the stats and then say, oh, I got to go out there and see this kid, that's what you want.
Right. And it is an interesting experience here at Fusion Park. You'd like as many radar guns as possible in the building.
Yes.
The left field and right field stands are normally filled when the kids are going to look at that, because Sander has taken my expression, but I'll take it back, the $1 million job interview.
Yep.
That's what these kids are on.
Yes.
You're coming to work for the summertime.
Yep.
And you've given these kids an opportunity to do that. I mean, it's got to give you a good sense of pride that they have the chance to do this. It's not just come play baseball for 2.5 months. This is part of your resume building.
It's do or die for a lot of these kids. It's their one chance to make it to where they've always hoped and dreamed. I'm 37 years old and I still, have a dream at night that I made it to the big leagues. Even though, I may not be able to play anymore, I still believe I can. Curveball's not there anymore.
In dreams, we can all do it.
Body's falling apart and all that stuff. But, these kids, we're giving them a chance to live out their dreams. And, we get to live out our dreams every time we're here to see these kids. We vicariously live through all of them. And we get to see them, develop and hopefully make it. And that's what we want. And if they don't make it, what do they have? A great experience that they can look back on, and they can come here and show their kids, hey, I played here. I played in front of a ton of people, and that's what you want.
So for this summer, what are you looking for, besides including a ring?
Yeah, well, a championship is the first thing that I want to see. But the main thing that I want to see this year is that we started so late last year, so we got everything we could done last year in a short amount of time. Now that we've had an 8-9 months window here to get everything really ready, I'm looking for this year to be, there's always hiccups in it in baseball, but I'm looking for our operation to be smooth. I'm looking for our food and beverage to be even better. I'm looking for the fan experience to be top notch. I mean, we're doing a bunch of giveaways and things that we haven't done before. So we're really excited about that. And the fact of the matter is the players are going to enjoy themselves because it's baseball. It's good competition. They've got a great league to play in. Now the fans experience should be elevated 50% now that they have more teams to see. Probably a better quality of baseball as well to be able to watch. Those are all the things that I'm looking at.
You also have a radio partner, WAPJ, here in Torrington that will be broadcasting games. A couple of different teams. Art Benedict and his guys will be broadcasting the games. We were just talking earlier today to CPTV about maybe somewhere down the line broadcasting some games here from Fusion's Park. I mean, that's all part of the exposure.
Well, you know, the Titans are Torrington's major league team. And in order to be that, you got to be on the radio, you got to be on TV, you got to be, you know, presence in the community. And you know, that's the way we look at this. We don't look at it as, you know, well, you know, this is the Torrington when they're all Yankee fans or Met fans. And all. We want everybody to be a Titans fan because these are the guys they're going to see on TV later. So, you know, we're hoping that, you know, this year that really comes to fruition. That people look at it that way. That it's, you know, their time to be able to see their team play. Really take ownership of it.
And a ring, right?
Yeah, and a ring. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much. You too.